next 15 seconds, enjoy this NASCAR Next Gen ASMR experience. Now allow me to ruin the moment with the sound of my voice. Did you forget we had a show to do? So apparently, if you were Kaulig Racing this week, you pretty much announced everything and anything for the 2022 season. My name is Michael Carey, and welcome to this week's rundown. This stretch of silly season is kind of fun because you'll have all these teams just announce everything at once. We had Front Row through it a couple weeks ago, and this week, it was Kaulig Racing. There's Kaulig Racing, there's HFR, Todd Bodine, Alex Bowman's new car. We got plenty to talk about, so let's get rolling. When Justin Haley was announced to the full-time Kaulig Cup operation for 2022, he was supposed to drive the number 16. Heck, even the press release said number 16. Kaulig decided to have their own silly season and change up their plans in terms of numbering the cars for both of their full-time entries next season. Kaulig Racing confirmed this week that the number 16 car will actually become the second entry, and the long-awaited roster for that entry features the already confirmed AJ Allmendinger and sparring partners Daniel Hemrick and Noah Gragson. The news comes among plenty of hot rumors about Gragson heading over into the Kaulig's Cup program for some starts this season. This week, team president Chris Rice spoke about the second car, saying, quote, "Having 3 out of the 4 Xfinity Series championship contenders helping to build our new Cup Series program is truly a tremendous opportunity for this Kaulig Racing team. While these guys have been fierce competitors for the last few years, having them bring that same tenacity as teammates will be extremely fun to watch and a great way for this team to grow in its first full season in the Cup Series." As for Justin Haley's new number, he will pilot the number 31 car, which was confirmed this week at the Next Gen test in Charlotte. Now, both AJ and Hemrick have their fair share of Cup starts. We all remember AJ's win at Watkins Glen in 2014. Hemrick only had one full-time season with RCR in the Cup Series before heading down to Xfinity. As for Gragson, he's still getting his feet wet in the series. Gragson will still attempt the 2022 500 with Beard, and he's expected to make at least 14 starts with Kaulig Racing in the 16 car. Daniel Hemrick and AJ Allmendinger will then split the rest of the Cup Series schedule that Gragson is not driving, and Hemrick will make his first Cup start since 2019. But with Gragson entering what will be his 4th full-time Xfinity Series schedule, his move to Cup is kind of not if, but when. The question now sits not for 2022, but for 2023. Keep in mind, Junior Motorsports has been rumored to the Cup Series since like the COT days. We're going back to like 2008, 2009. And there was interest in the Next Gen program. However, the price has got to be right for that precious charter. One key element I think that will back all of this, Bass Pro Shops. Johnny Morris is not afraid to spend money. Heck, he's sponsoring Martin Truex Jr., Austin Dillon, not to mention winning drivers. Johnny Morris and Gragson have a great relationship together. They've both seen victory lane together, and I'm sure Johnny wants to really grow with Noah as sort of their next-gen talent. Now, should Bass Pro Shops stay with Gragson for the long haul, Gragson becomes a viable option for virtually any competitive ride in the near future because he's bringing funding with him when he signs on the dotted line. It's kind of weird when you think of Noah Gragson going to the Cup Series just because many of us have kind of seen his career progression from ARCA, Trucks, Xfinity, and Cup. It's kind of like it's actually happening. It's crazy. With 3 of the 4 championship contenders from the Xfinity Series last year all sharing one ride, this is definitely going to be one car to keep a solid eye on. It wasn't all that long ago that Marcus Lemonis of Camping World posted this tweet offering up his Good Sam sponsorship to help Todd Bodine reach his goal of 800 career starts. After enough fans utilized the hashtag that Marcus asked for, Bodine will finally get his wish, as this week, the Onion himself will join Helmar Friesen Racing in 6 events to reach his 800th start milestone. The 2-time Truck Series champion has been absent from the driver's seat in that series since 2013, with his last win coming in 2012. Bodine shared his thoughts this week on the return to the series, saying, quote, "We are excited for the opportunity to reach the 800 start mark with top equipment from the team at HFR. It's also great to be back with Toyota. We have 23 wins and 2 championships with Toyota, so I'm proud to achieve this milestone in a Tundra. I have already heard from several Camping World Truck Series drivers who have never raced me in the past. They sound as excited to race me as I am to come out of the Fox studio for these 6 races and race them. Think about this, it's been almost a decade since we've seen Todd Bodine last in a NASCAR Truck Series entry. I still remember as a kid watching the Truck Series. It was him, it was Ron Hornaday, it was Matt Crafton. So it's kind of cool that we get to see Bodine back in the seat again to finally get to that 800 start mark. Now, does this mean a win is in the cards? I would probably say no. However, basically anything the guy can drive in the Truck Series, he can likely wheel that to victory lane. And a Bodine win as a part-time driver next year wouldn't really shock me. Specifics for Bodine's schedule and the car number and the sponsorship in terms of Good Sam, Camping World will come at a later date. And some loose ends to tie up this week. Hailie Deegan will return to DGR for another season of NASCAR Camping World Truck Series competition in the number 1 entry. This validates a November report that TobyChristie.com received regarding her return via a team representative. Her first full-time season in 2021 saw a top 10 finish at Gateway, a finish of 17th in the final point standings, and earning herself the most popular driver award for the series. She joins Tanner Gray, who will pilot the number 15 F-150. Austin Cindric will carry the Discount Tire colors for 13 races next year, with the paint scheme being revealed this week. The scheme will keep its identical design cues from the previous year, accommodating with the new number placement. Discount Tire will also take 2 races with Ryan Blaney in the playoffs. Alex Bowman and Ally will bring a strong new look heading into the 2022 season. The Ally Purple is gone in exchange for a much brighter base with accents of the Ally brand color palette. Sean Kane, also known as Blackbeard, was the designer responsible, who also had a hand in Ally's number 48 Camaro for 2021, as well as many other winning rides in the Cup Series. The iconic breakfast cereal of Wheaties is returning to NASCAR with 2311 Racing and Bubba Wallace. In celebration of its 100th anniversary, Michael Jordan will be featured on the Wheaties box this year, as well as an on-track paint scheme for Wallace at California. Bubba spent this week driving a specially designed Toyota Camry around to superfans to drop off the limited edition boxes, including to his own boss, Denny Hamlin. And Freight Auctions will continue its title sponsorship of the Truck Series race at Atlanta, however, with a slightly longer race distance appropriate for the title sponsor, the Freight 208. Get it? Because Freight 208. Nice. That's going to wrap it up for this week's rundown. I sincerely hope you enjoyed today's episode. If you did, consider subscribing. This channel really does have some great things planned for next year between Davey, Judson, myself, Toby, and Charlotte. So if you really want to enjoy good quality NASCAR content, hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to ping your sides, goods, and spoilers. See y'all in the next one. Thank you so much for tuning in to today's episode of The Rundown. If you really enjoyed what you saw, be sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel and keep your eyes on TobyChristie.com for the latest news, rumors, and exclusive content from inside the NASCAR garage.